The Los Angeles Lakers have some decisions to make. After watching that first game, regardless of whether or not you want to look at it like, oh, it's just the first game, a lot of teams struggle in the beginning to kind of gel and get some chemistry and get the strategy under their belt. The bottom line is that they were playing the Golden State Warriors, the reigning NBA champions. And the thing that stood out to me is that the Golden State Warriors played their younger lineup for a lot longer than I expected them to. The veterans, Clay, Steph, Draymond, they played, but they really left the major load to their younger core of players. And the fact that the Lakers couldn't compete with them is very telling and very concerning. One of the most difficult things about this situation with the Lakers is that if you are a LeBron James fan, like I am, for example, you would hope that he would have a better opportunity, a better chance to compete in the postseason. What's the point of having a player like LeBron James, who in his 20th year in the NBA is still able to compete for a scoring title, is still moving around as well as players half his age? And it's just sad and disappointing to see that the team that they've put together is one that is really challenging to imagine winning a championship or even contending to just make it out of the play-in tournament. Don't get me wrong, a lot can change. I'm not wishing anything bad, but we know injuries happen that derail teams. Teams all of a sudden, especially around the All-Star break, come back from that and they play at a higher level. Trades get made. But it's hard to imagine the scenario where the Lakers could even make a trade for Russell Westbrook outside of maybe getting a player like Kyrie Irving, for example, that would put them in a position to even compete with the Golden State Warriors or even the New Orleans Pelicans or the Los Angeles Clippers. There are so many good teams in the NBA now, both in the East and the West, and it's just challenging to watch a player like LeBron James, who is an undeniable generational basketball talent, have these last years in his prime squandered by a situation that just seems very uncertain, very inconsistent, and it's just, again, challenging but not impossible to see the light at the end of the tunnel. We've seen LeBron James do miraculous things on the basketball court, and we've seen him win in situations where a lot of other people might not have won, but he's at a point in his career where he cannot carry a team by himself anymore. He has to have help. And yes, he has Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis is a tremendous talent as well. But there is something really wrong with the Lakers in the way that, I don't even know the right words to say here, the way that they're built or the way that the roster is built. But I can tell you a few things I personally would do, and even though this seems a little bit ridiculous, but I would just start Austin Reeves at point guard, and I'm going to tell you why I would do that. Even though Kendrick Nunn is capable, Patrick Beverley is capable, Dennis Schroeder, who, by the way, when he's back, I would start him. He's capable. A lot of the players that they have at guard positions are not as fluid as Austin Reeves when Austin Reeves is managing their offense or assisting LeBron James in managing their offense. The other thing is they have to invest in this younger talent because it's far more likely that they give a player like Austin Reeves a chance to show what he can do over the course of a season and really get that experience than that the Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Anthony Davis experiment will work, because it is very clear that that experiment will not work, because it just doesn't work to have a player as ball dominant as Russell Westbrook on a team with both Anthony Davis, who needs the ball, and LeBron James, who needs the ball. LeBron James took 40 shots, which to me is ill-advised, and I was actually a little bit disappointed because I was thinking to myself, I know he wants Kareem's record, but I don't know. I just hope that this season doesn't become just about that and nothing else. This is a very early game. In fact, it's the first game in the season, so there's no reason to truly panic. But when you watch some of the other games with other teams in the West that they're competing against, it's just hard to see how the Lakers, in the state that they are in now, can put themselves in a position to truly compete for a title, which is, to me, what would make LeBron James' career complete if he wins just one more. And I just kind of feel like time may be running out because, again, he's in his 20th season. And while he's healthy, he takes excellent care of himself. He has nothing to prove really at this point. But you hate to see a player like LeBron in a situation like this. But anyway, those are my thoughts. I am going to continue to watch. Miracles have happened before. Again, this is only game one, so there's no reason to panic. And they were playing against a team that's obviously the team that most people would agree is most likely to actually win the championship. So maybe it's not a good gauge of how they'll measure up against other teams in the league that are not nearly as good as the Golden State Warriors. But anyway, what are your thoughts about that first game? Do you think the Lakers need to panic? Do you think that there's something that they can actually do at this point that will put them in a position to compete in the West? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you, and I'm out.